Do you think Ilya Topuria deserves a title shot after that performance he just put on Josh Emmett? Well, a lot of people, I'm getting mixed reviews from a lot of people. And I just find the recent events within the featherweight division to be a little coincidental, possibly. But I'm just looking at this like Max Holloway is the gatekeeper to the champion of Alexander Volkanovski. Like, if you can't get past Max, you're probably not getting a title shot. And or at least you're going to have to get a win or two after that to get the title shot if you do lose to Max. But if you lose to Max, you're not getting the title shot right away. So, and there's not many people that have been able to beat Max. Ilya Topuria goes out there and puts a beating on Josh Emmett. And it looks like he's ready for a possible title shot. But what comes before that is the fight against Max Holloway. Well, the problem with that is a week prior to that fight, they announced Max Holloway has a fight against Korean Zombie, which didn't really make a lot of sense because Korean Zombie was on borderline of retirement. Many thought he was retired. And the fight just didn't really make too much sense because Korean Zombie is coming off a loss to the champion, and Max Holloway is coming off a win to Arnold Allen. What does it really do for either of their career? Not much. Not much, because let's say Korean Zombie beats Max Holloway. Do you give him the title shot after that? Probably not. I mean, he's a very big underdog. And if you look at Max Holloway, if he beats Korean Zombie, like, you're probably not going to give him a title shot after that. I mean, if it's still Volk, if the champion's still Volk, you're probably not going to give him another title shot. That'd be the fourth time. So what does it really do for their career? It's just a fun fight. That's all it really comes down to. But what it really does is free up other potential contenders from having to fight Max to get to the title. And I just found it very interesting that Ilya Topuria, the undefeated featherweight, was slated to fight, a week after they made the announcement of the Holloway Korean Zombie fight. And he goes out there and looks like he could fight for a title. Puts a beating on Josh Emmett. So then you're like, okay, Max Holloway's the next step, right? You got to get past Max Holloway to challenge for the title. Well, Max Holloway's got a fight. He's got a fight booked. He's not available. So that means you could skip him. That means you could skip the Max Holloway test and just go straight to the title. Because, well, Volkanovski needs new faces. Of course he does. He needs new faces. He's very active. He's got the fight with Yair Rodriguez. If he wins that one, who's really next for him? I would say Topuria. Because it's not going to be Max. It's not going to be Arnold Allen. He just lost. It's not going to be Korean Zombie if he wins. Who's the next guy? It's Topuria. If Volkanovski goes and beats Yair Rodriguez and he wants to fight, within the next 3 to 4 months, Topuria's your guy. There's nobody else. And Holloway's slated to fight within the next 2 months. And he's not going to have some kind of turnaround where if he beats Korean Zombie, they're going to be like, no. We're going to turn you around very quickly and to fight Topuria just to make sure that he's ready. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to say, all right, Volkanovski, you want to fight within the next 3 months? Topuria is your guy. He's undefeated. He's coming off a big performance. A lot of people are saying that, he could put up a good fight against you. Let's test it out. I think they kind of freed up Topuria that way, giving Max Holloway the fight against Korean Zombie. And the timing of it is just funny because it was like the week before Topuria fought Josh Emmett. So it's like, all right, we got to free up Max Holloway ASAP, or we got to lock down Max Holloway ASAP so that, if Topuria does have a good performance, we got the next title contender lined up so that he doesn't have to go against Max Holloway, because that would be a tough fight. Max Holloway is always a tough fight. You match him up with Topuria and he beats Topuria, all right, well, then you're in the Arnold Allen situation where you kind of not necessarily killed off a contender, but, you set him back at least a fight or two from ever contending for the title. I think they learned their lesson from that. And they're like, we need to get Max a fight, whether it makes sense or not for either guy. We need to give him a fight. And if Topuria has a good performance here, he's going to be the next guy. He's undefeated. And he's looked really good, and he did exactly that. He went out there and just destroyed Josh Emmett. I think that's very fair to give him a title shot because, what's next for Topuria would be Max Holloway. Max Holloway's booked. If Volkanovski wants to fight after Yair Rodriguez, if he gets it done, then Topuria would be up next. That's as simple as it gets. And there's not a lot of friction there, I don't think. So that's my take on it. I think the timing of it works out well for both guys. Topuria fighting mid to end of June, and then Volk fighting, a couple weeks later. So it makes a lot of sense. And I think Topuria has earned it. Obviously you give him the test of Max, and it really tests him. But if he doesn't have to go through that, I think that just helps the UFC. You get a bigger face or a fresh face in there to face Volkanovski if he does get it done against Yair. So we will see about that. But if you enjoyed the video and you agree with me, drop a like. If you disagree or agree, or you just want to give me a little comment, drop a comment down below. Drop a subscription to support the channel. Hey, Job Picks here. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for all the support. Signing out.